I
Okay.
did it in ye old. Wasn't that
You,
fun?
you did it in very ye old. It was very fun.
Not only that, but I sprung it on you like a sneaky little bitch.
You could never be a bitch.
I can, but never to you.
Just never to me.
And now that we've confessed that,
Oddities. Stay strange.
welcome back to Oddities. I'm Cassie,
I'm Kellie.
and welcome back to Strange Town. And as per usual, we have everything you could ever fucking need in your life right in the description.
The aggression.
Everything you could need. Links to our social, links to our Patreon, to our merch store, our email address, our website, all the wonderful, talented people we've ever worked with. It's all right there. It's all inside. JC Penney.
It's closing.
Yeah. Yeah. It's all there, Ski. So take a look, and if you have any questions of Cuervo, let us know. But I would say the most important thing and the heaviest thing on my mind right now of what's in there would be our email address. Please, we're still waiting for some listener episode topics, stories that you might have, or even like that a loved one has, whatever. It doesn't have to be spooky. It can be funny, whatever. So send them in. That's all I'm saying. Ha-
Please.
How's my borsty?
Thriving, surviving, here with my borsty. You name it. I'm just excited for my trip. I can't wait to see you.
I can't wait to see you too. And it's going to be here so soon. Like we have, let me
Yeah,
think, is it like 6 weeks now? Let me,
I think it
let
is
me count this.
just shy of 6 weeks.
Four. It's like
Right?
it's like 5.5 weeks. That
Yeah.
is no, do you know how that's going to go so fast?
It's going to be really fast. So, mentally, I've already packed everything. We have 1 month, 5 days, 22 hours, 31 minutes, and 40 seconds.
But who's counting?
I'm not. Not at all.
I love, I love that.
So, there's that. Um, I'm not obsessed. I also have my previous countdown from when I was going to your wedding on here.
Oh
I
my
don't want
God,
to
it's
talk about
ancient. It's ancient now.
40 months since I've last seen you.
Oh my word.
Except it hasn't been 40 months because I saw you in
No, because
March of
Disney.
last year.
Yes,
Yeah, but I wasn't aware of that trip, so I couldn't have a countdown.
it's true.
Um,
It's true. It's true. It'll have been like 14 months.
yes,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
something like that.
That's better.
But yeah,
That's more digestible.
but quite frankly, yes, I have already packed. So,
All the way?
well, like mentally,
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
because I'm technically packing for 2 trips. So,
It's true. You have much to consider. You're going to be gone a while.
yeah, husband is not thrilled about it.
Well. Oh well.
Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah, it do be that way sometimes.
Uh, had the longest day yesterday.
Your day yesterday was shit.
Here's the thing. I don't know how I was calling you. My phone was nowhere near me. I was buckling in a child and my car just started ringing.
It knew. It knew you
And
needed
I was
me.
like, why is my phone? And I was like, is somebody calling? And I was like, I'm calling Cassie.
Yeah, and I mean, I was useless because the call happened mid-meeting, and I was just like looking at it, and I was like, "Oh my God, Kelly might be dying right now." And I was like, and I just, and then it
I'm
ended,
so
and then
sorry.
you were like, "No." Before I could even call back, you're like, "No,
I'm
ignore that.
sorry.
It's fine. I'm glad you're okay. That's what
The
matters."
panic. I was like, how is this even doing it?
It's
Like-
it's all good. Not to stress.
but yeah, I just can't wait to see you. I can't wait to walk off the plane and see my bestie.
Oh, I can't. Me
Do a
and
little belly rub
me and my
because I
bump.
had a dream I did that.
You can rub the belly. You have permission. Me and the bump will be waiting, and then we will whisk you away to food, and then we'll whisk you back here for if you want to shower and unpack and just chill.
Give the animals a little treat.
Love
Because
on
that is how I travel.
love on my original babies. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
Meet them because I've only met one of them.
the queen bee.
And really, no offense, the only one that matters.
I mean, she
No, that's not true. I've been dying to meet Hobbs.
Hobbs is a handsome, dapper boy. He's been a bad boy lately, so we're in like a little bit of a fight, me and the handsome man, but it's okay.
What has he been doing?
Well,
Is he laying in the future human child's things?
well, he keeps laying in the bassinet, but I'm not even mad about that because it's so cute. He keeps doing this thing where he busts into our bedroom at like
Oh my
midnight or 1 a.m. and he like announces his presence. Like he busts in and he's like, "Doot!" And then like all hell breaks loose. Like fucking Donut's losing it, and then Booze starts like running around in circles, and then we're just like sitting there like, when is this fucking hell gonna end?
I fear this may be him training you.
I mean, I do appreciate it. He also
But at the
is,
same time, this is much needed rest time.
yeah, this
And
is
he
like my
needs to knock
last
it off.
chance, and he's just doing this. The other thing is, if he doesn't come in and announce himself like "Doot" right off the bat, he comes and he fucking with his little cloud paws. He puts all like 15 pounds of his weight on like two of them and stands on like my hip, and it's like
Kona did that while I was pregnant.
it's like I don't. So anyway, I'm in like a little bit of a fight with Hobbs. Also, he keeps chewing on all the lovely centerpieces that we made for my baby shower.
I want to help. No, 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 no,
He is
no.
such a bad boy. So, but he's devastatingly handsome, and they're all
Yeah, it's the
excited to
only
see
thing that's
you.
keeping him alive, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Yep. Yep.
When you see him, you're just gonna want to put your face on him. He's just a fluffy
Yeah.
man. So anyway, they're all excited to see you too.
They don't even know it yet.
They don't even know, but they will be excited to see you. Um,
The woman with treats.
Now do share because it's almost somebody's birthday.
My birthday.
Tell us your birthday plans and tell us the cool things you've gotten so
So
far.
my amazing bestie, who happens to also be my spookiest co-host in the whole wide world, got me this. You can't see it, but if you join the Patreon, you can.
You could. For as low as
It's
$1 a month, you could see it.
it's a little ghosty charm, and it glows in the dark, and it has a little heart butt, and I love him, and he's glittery, and he's amazing, and he makes me very happy.
He's also a handsome man.
He is a very handsome man. It's right there.
Yes. Yes.
And one of the things my husband got me is a bookmark, and it just so happens to say Kellie. Is that smut? And it's got Jesus at the bottom of it.
It is a fantastic bookmark.
It's very high quality.
The highest quality. What more could we ask for?
Um, as far as plans go, we have our D&D group coming over this weekend.
You're gonna have so
And
much fun. I'm so glad that group's gonna be there. Like,
yeah, they're
yeah.
a good group of people, and I love them all very much.
Yes.
And I know a few of you are listening, so hi.
Hi.
And this will be the day after you guys are here, so thanks.
Thanks for the memories.
Day of my birthday, I requested birria because that's what I've been craving, so that is what we shall be getting.
Delicious. Why would you
Yeah.
not like? Why would you not
There's
want
a
that?
place
No.
around here that does a killer birria quesadilla.
Okay, so gringa that I am, I didn't realize that you could have birria for like things other than tacos. And then we went to a
Yeah.
Mexican place like 2 weeks ago and they had a birria burrito. And I was like, holy shit. And now you're telling me a birria quesadilla and that's fucking and it's like I don't know why I thought it could only be tacos because of course it can be these other things, but
Yes. Oh my god.
birria is so
Oh
cool.
my god.
Birria in my mind is like Mexican au jus. like, like that's the only
It's such an accurate.
right? Like it's like, you got your broth and you've got your like sandwich type item and I don't know. It's just what it is to me.
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so good. Oh my God. Enjoy.
So yeah, I want that. And like this is like a never-ending trend because if we listen to the past episodes, I just want Mexican and a big ass margarita.
Check and check. I'll have
And
to bring you
so,
to Plaza Azteca while you're out here. That place is banging.
God, I love you.
Great Mexican. We're just
Just
gonna
add to the
eating.
list. We're gonna be eating 24/7 when I come visit you. Holy shit.
Like you're gonna go home and everybody's gonna be like, "So what did you do?" I ate.
Can you tell?
That's it.
All I did was eat and more eat, and then when we thought we were done, we ate some more.
Hell yeah. You can't escape it. Well, that sounds like a stunning birthday like celebration couple of days.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We'd love to
So,
see it.
yeah.
On
Looking forward to it.
on my side of the equation, work sucks, so no change there.
Yeah.
Um, the nursery is coming along most excellently. We got more shit in there. And then the dresser that we ordered is getting delivered this weekend. Oh, and then I can start filling it with things, which is like a big deal. So I'm excited
Yeah.
about that. And um, as I record this, my son is happy to be listening to you.
Shut up.
He is a busy boy. Either that or he liked the singular chocolate covered pretzel that I had before.
It could be both.
It could be both. We just don't know. Um, I'm pleased to say that I went to book club yesterday. We voted on like the books for the next season of book club, and one of the potential books is Vampire Smut.
I love that for book
I'm
club.
thrilled. All of this stems from a woman in our book club. I won't name her, but she's a participant in the book club. I want you to picture somebody who's like
Picture your grandma. Like that's
yeah,
the
like
best way to
60s,
describe.
70s, somewhere in that range. Like she to my understanding is quite religious. She is like very polished in the way that she carries herself, things like that. And then one time in book club, she just dropped on us that she was reading paranormal romance. And we were like, holy shit. And then like we got some more details from her and it was vampire smut. And now we were like, we have to include vampire smut for her in next
It makes
cycle of book club.
sense. It's so honestly, it's so thoughtful of you guys.
I, Listen, I can't say it's all for her. I want to read it too. I'm fucking thrilled. When she shared that, this is like so you know how there was that trend a little while back and people were like, what's your Roman Empire? I think this might be mine.
Yeah.
Like it's all consuming for me. Aside from Robert Irwin, which if you're wondering, that's all our friendship is right now.
Robert Irwin.
And I've spread it to
I'm
some
not
people
mad.
at work now too.
Listen,
They tried to shame me. They tried to be like, he's 21, and I was like, it's just a number, girlfriends. That's all.
it's legal.
It's legal. That's all that matters right now. So
I don't have anything to say. I have to applaud the Bonds marketing team
oh man,
because they know exactly
they know
what they are doing.
exactly what they're doing. They are capitalizing every way that they should.
I think it's hysterical that one of their videos was, guys, I think we broke the internet. You knew you know you
knew.
did.
You fucking knew you were going to.
And you know exactly what audience you were targeting. I mean all of them. But
My favorite piece of all of this is the small conversation we had. I sent you a clip when he was talking about having like a spider on him during like the photo shoot, and he was like, that spider on my lap was the most comforting thing about the photo shoot. And I was like, I could be on your lap and equally comforting.
it's like all of these animals that I'm terrified of are creatures, and I'm like, suddenly I'm not scared of them anymore.
No, because I know Robert Irwin would like tame them and keep me safe.
Yeah,
So
we'll be
anyway,
fine.
we're gonna wrap that up in like a pretty little bow and leave that there. And you want to know that we've been prattling for more than 13 minutes? Consider yourselves blessed.
You're welcome,
You're
bitches.
you're fucking welcome. So, cows that we are, shall we jump right in? Ski.
Yeah.
You start last week or did I?
I started.
All right, I'm going to take us away then.
You go. Give us some weird history,
We're
bitch.
continuing our tour of weird history. Today, friends, I'm telling you about the trial of the dead Pope.
Give me more.
In 897,
I
I
remember it
remember
well.
it well,
Take me back.
the Vatican saw one of the most bizarre episodes in history, which is saying something because the Vatican has a lot of really bizarre history. So we're just going to leave that. But the corpse of a pope was put on trial by his living successor.
Really?
Yes.
I
So
didn't know they
Pope,
could do that.
yes, Pope Formosus, dead for a few months. This wasn't even like a he died and they did it. They like let his ass sit and like marinate for a few months and then they were like, "You're going on trial, bitch."
Oh, okay.
Anyway, he was obviously hardly qualified to defend himself in a court of law, being that he was dead for several months. But whatever. Nonetheless, Pope Stephen VI had the body disinterred, dressed it in its ecclesiastical robes, and propped it up on the papal throne to stand trial. And he even appointed a deacon to speak on behalf of the corpse. So just go ahead and picture all of that for a second. This clowns.
That's witchcraft.
That's witchcraft. You all need to burn at the stake. So
Hold
Stephen,
the fucking phone. They had a deacon speak on his behalf.
they sure did.
Is that not. Did he have a Ouija board?
Well, we're gonna get into it.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's all right. I mean, I mean, it's the Vatican. So while Stephen VI hurled accusations at Formosus, he obviously remained silent, as one would expect of a corpse. And in the words of the historian George Ives, quote, "The old man's body, like a monstrous doll, might nod and bend while the attendants supported it, or collapse in a ghastly bundle if they left it alone, but it made no sound, and the deacon would probably be wary in his defense, for there were dark holes nearby other than sepulchres." In other words, the deacon that was up there was like, "I'm just going to say whatever the fuck they want me to say because I don't want to get murdered." So, in this era, being elected pope was kind of like the move of moves.
Yeah.
And like in the middle of the trial, an earthquake shook the room and everybody was like, "It's a clear sign from God." And so they were like, here are some comments around this. Quote, "For the stones themselves, execrating such a monstrosity, then cried out with their own voice by knocking against each other, that they would more willingly suffer spontaneous ruin than that the Roman Church should remain depressed by so great a scandal. But if the stones cried out, Stephen VI paid them no mind. He persisted with his case, and the dead pope was found guilty of usurping the papacy. And so Stephen VI declared all of his acts as pope null and void. All the consecrations, all the appointments, all ordinations, everything was undone. Then they take this poor dead dude, Formosus, they strip him of his rich garments that they dressed him in, and then they put him in like rags.
Okay.
3 of his fingers, the fingers of the benediction, with which in life he had given several blessings, were cut off, and his body was cast into the Tiber River.
Wow.
Sometimes I think about how, like, the rage that I feel towards people, and now having learned about this, I think to myself, well, I could have been this guy.
It could have been worse.
Like, I mean, so Stephen VI's victory didn't last that long. Like, within a few months, he was actually imprisoned and then strangled to death. And his
Yes.
reign lasted just over a year. And so I guess we could say that at that point, while being elected pope was a big deal, it was also like being diagnosed with a deadly disease because you could put off your fate with some skillful political maneuvering, but the prognosis wasn't good. And this was largely because popes had the power to crown the Holy Roman Emperor, meaning that any new pope was immediately plunged into a high stakes game of intrigue with their life on the line. And so Stephen's successor, Romanus, lasted only 92 days, and then his successor, Theodore II, lasted less than 3 weeks. They were just fucking killing these dudes left and right.
Yeah.
And so, as for Formosus, his body was eventually plucked from the Tiber by a fisherman and was returned to its tomb in St. Peter's Basilica. So now that fisherman is definitely going to heaven or whatever. Like,
Definitely.
like he pulled a pope out of the
I have
river.
no doubts about it.
100%. So a
Yeah.
contemporary chronicler, Ludprand of Cremona, wrote at the time, when he was afterwards found by fishermen and carried to the church of the blessed Prince of Apostles, certain images of the saints with veneration saluted him, placed in his coffin. For this I have very often heard from most religious men of the city of Rome. And so by throwing his enemy in the Tiber, Stephen VI was actually taking part in a relatively ancient tradition. And for centuries, the Tiber River was where the ancient Romans disposed of their most infamous criminals. And the flow of it bore away the political rivals of emperors and early Christian martyrs. It carried away bodies of reviled emperors condemned to damnatio memoriae. It was even, according to some legends, the place where Pontius Pilate met his end. And for thousands of years, the Tiber was where you would throw anyone you wanted to permanently exile from life, from society, and even from memory. And so, why did Stephen VI go to like the lengths that he went to destroy an enemy who was already dead? Like this guy was dead, so
Yeah.
why is he being like such a bitch about it? So to understand this, you have to understand the importance of relics in the medieval era. So the dead body of a holy person was more than rotting flesh; it was transformed by death into a holy relic, and thus a source of miraculous power. And so these relics were the center of religious life. And one historian writes, every church, every altar, every nobleman, every king, every monastery had relics, sometimes in great quantity. They were brought out to authenticate the work of justice. They were carried out with the armies. They were borne in procession to encourage the drooping crops. They were instruments of state, of law and order, of personal well being. And even the Pope, whatever theoretical claims were made for him, in practice owed most of his authority to the fact that he was the guardian of the body of St. Peter in theory. So through these relics, saints continued to be members of the community, hearing the pleas of petitioners, responding to the needs of the people with divine intercession, and receiving their gifts of thanks. They were participants in like the daily lives of the people that venerated them. And in this sense, even though they were relics, they were still alive. And so it was this continued presence, in theory, if you will, that Stephen VI sought to deny his predecessor. And so, with his body lost at sea, no one would be able to venerate his relics. He wouldn't live on. And oddly enough, it was by treating Formosus as if he were still alive, propping him up on a throne, putting him on trial, subjecting him to this, I guess, like second execution. He sought to kill him for good. And anyway, that's the trial of the dead pope. When I think about wasting time,
That's on
this
top
is it.
five.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is it. Am I surprised? No.
No.
But there you have it. That's what I've got for you.
Insane. I
Insane.
loved every minute of that. Holy shit.
We went for a ride. My favorite part though is the spontaneous earthquake that happened in the middle of all the shit.
Yeah, because like
That's some like fun like Wrath of God shit.
knock it the fuck off. What are you doing?
It's like, can you just let this fucking guy be? He's already dead. Damn. So, anyway,
I loved that. Great job.
thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I enjoyed it too. That was an
Well done. Just really well done.
thank you. Talk about weird history.
That was good.
Thank you. There you have it.
I don't know how to segue into mine.
So don't just do it, you know.
I'm talking about Leshy.
Leshy.
Leshy. I'm probably going to say fleshy at some point. I know
You
it.
have to. It's gonna happen.
Leshy is a deity of the forest in pagan Slavic mythology. As Leshy rules over the forest and haunting, he may be related to the Slavic god Proit.
How is Leshy spelled?
Leshy.
Oh my god, it's too close. It really is too close. Oh my god. Okay. All right, carry on. No.
Um, Leshy often appears as a masculine humanoid and possesses an ability to disguise himself as any person.
Oh, great.
So he is fleshy.
He's fleshy leshy.
He is fleshy Leshy. Oh god. Ugh. Ow.
Oh, he's kind of giving Wendigo
He is actually,
like a
yes.
little bit. Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
And I did that was very much so. Like it's freaky.
Yeah.
Um he can disguise himself as any person, including changing in size and stature. In some accounts, Leshy has described is described as having a wife.
Lesha.
Lesha Chica.
Stop. Really? They like didn't even try. They're like, what how can we make this feminine?
Les Lezjaka. Leshavika. And sometimes Kikamora.
Sure.
That
Sure.
was
Why
so
not? That works. Yeah.
And children, Leshonka and Lejika.
So they had little babies?
Yes.
I'm happy for them.
Leshy is known to misguide wanderers and abduct young ones.
That
Traits
feels
he
rude.
shares with the notorious Chort, the quote black one or devil,
Same.
thus leading some to perceive him as a malevolent entity. Leshy's attitude towards humans can vary depending on how they interact with the forest and their overall behavior. So if you're kind to the forest, he'll be kind to you. If you're mean to the forest, he'll fuck you up.
Well, I mean,
And I
that's,
dig that,
yeah, like, I
actually.
can get behind that. That's like,
Like, I relate to him now because of
yeah,
that.
Leshy's just a big old hippie.
Yep. Leshy is said to possess the power to whisk away children who are mistreated by their kin,
Oh,
especially their parents, to the realm of the forest dwelling folk. I couldn't find what that meant, and I'm assuming it means he will whisk them away to people who will care for them.
yeah, I like that. Let's do it. Okay.
In this way, Leshy is often considered to be temperamental, with similar or those of a fairy.
Listen, I don't know that it's fair to call him temperamental if he's rescuing these kids from shitheads.
Yeah,
You
so
know?
I did not find a lot on him other than what I just, shared. But I relate to him because this is why.
Tell us.
I too love the forest and I don't like when people fuck with it.
Yeah.
I find him to be a very forest protector,
Mm.
somewhat the Russian forest protector. Like we have Smokey the Bear, they have Leshy,
I'm gonna tell you
the
right now,
fleshy.
though, Fleshy Leshy looks 25 times more badass than Smokey the Bear.
Really does. I
So
mean, he is
badass.
Russian.
Like, so cool.
I like that he protects children in the
Yeah.
sense of he's seeing that they're getting mistreated. Fine, I'm going to whisk them away and take them to people who give a shit.
He's like, suck on
I can get
this.
down with that.
Yeah.
I dig this cryptid.
I dig this cryptid. He's a badass. He's cool. And I think that temperamental, like, label is unfair. So,
Yeah. Like I don't see anything wrong with him. It is a little horrifying that he can disguise himself to anything.
yeah, that's a little disturbing, but
But also I think it is important given the fact that he has important jobs to do here.
yeah.
That's like
He
kind of a cool superpower, just saying.
he's like kind of a skinwalker,
Yeah.
but looks like the Wendigo. But like, I don't know, he's a
I
vibe.
don't know that we're actually going to get the true form of what he looks like because I don't know that anybody knows what his true form is.
Wow, that's
Given that
deep.
he
That's deep. And you know what? You're right.
because I've seen different photos, one being
The one
the
that I'm
Russian
talking
looking
about.
Wendigo.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I see another one where he kind of just looks like a giant ass forest hippie.
Yeah. I saw that one as well. We just
Yeah.
don't know.
So, I mean, it could go either way. In either case, I think he's a badass. I think he's cool. I'm really not fearful of him. I want to believe in him in every way, shape, or form because he's just really fucking cool.
I'm not mad about this one. Like yeah,
No.
I think it's cool. I think we could believe in him, and I think that ultimately at the root of it, anybody talking shit probably deserves what they get.
Oh, people often refer to him more as a spirit, not a cryptid. That's the other thing.
Oh, so he's like a spirit, like a forest spirit. That's kind of cool. I love that for him. That fits even
Yeah.
better.
Which, given that he has a similar vibe as a fairy, I can see it.
Yeah, it checks out.
What if he's a god of a fairy, of the fairies? Oh.
Oh,
This just opened up in a whole new fucking realm for me.
I mean, it's fine by me.
I dig it.
Aces. Yeah,
So,
very cool. Good find. How did you find this one?
I was looking up cryptids in Russia because I realized we hadn't really covered many.
No,
And I felt like Russia definitely had some spooky ass shit.
I think Russia's probably up there with Japan with some weird shit going on. You know?
Definitely. Fucking definitely.
All right, and so therefore you're
And I
right.
found the name is what I was like, that
Gotta
has
be.
to get covered.
Yep. I mean, how can you
So,
not? So, good,
good
good
old fleshy
job.
leshy right there.
I like
So,
fleshy leshy. I'm here for
I
it.
do too.
Very good. Well done,
Protect the
bestie.
forests.
Protect the forests. He'll leave you alone. Don't be an
Protect
asshole
the
to your
children.
siblings or whatever. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow, good find. What a good episode. Damn.
I loved this
This was a
episode. I
good
loved
episode.
everything about this episode.
This episode checks out. Passes the vibe check all around. Love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
Let us know, friends, what you think of The Trial of the Pope and Fleshy Leshy.
Indeed.
Always love to hear the commentary. And until next time.
Stay strange.